Yeah, so coming back off the bye week, everybody's coming back pretty healthy for the most part. And so just excited to go down there to Tallahassee. Great opportunity to start off SWAC play. We know Coach Cozy and those guys be ready to play. They didn't beat us for the last couple of years, and it's been a while since we beat them. So we know that our intensity has to be there so we can go down there and get a W. It's always going to be tough winning in the conference and winning on the road.
Coach, what's the message to the team as you guys prepare to travel to Tallahassee this weekend?
Well, I think it just needs to work on us. The biggest thing is that we just got to be focused on executing at a high level. Protect the football, the football cliches, but the biggest thing is that we got to make sure that we're able to execute and take care of what we need to take care of.
How are you guys prepping for their quarterback situation? I know they've been working on a couple of guys. How did you guys prepare for that this week?
Yeah, we'll be ready for both of those guys. 12 is a little bit more of a runner, but he's still a pocket type guy. I think they have more similarities than differences. I think it's hard when one guy's a pure passer and another guy's a pure runner. I think they have an overlap. I don't think it's a big difference in the play calling that they use. And so you have to be aware that some of them that they can do different things. But I think for us, it's not that big of a deal because both of the quarterbacks can effectively run their offense.
Coach, the offense is averaging 36 points a game so far this season. Do you expect them to keep it going into Tallahassee this week?
Well, that's the plan. We always want to try to score one more point than other teams. So whatever that is, if it's 35, 34, 9 to 8, it doesn't matter. So we know the ultimate goal is to go down there to win. You look at stats as you go along just to make sure that you're not having anything bad, penalties and stuff like that, turnovers. But for me, the biggest thing is us focusing on trying to get a win. And we know the offense playing at a high level and not turning the ball over is a big part of that.
Body was, I know Southern did a good job of kind of keeping him in the pocket, but not a lot of running in Miles. Is it more of him just getting more comfortable in the pocket, or is that something that you guys are just trying to limit as far as his health?
No, we're just playing football, so it happens how it happens. I think with Miles, the receivers were open, we were throwing the screens and stuff like that, and they were making big plays. So if we're moving the ball down the field, then that's all that really matters. We don't care if it's the running game, him throwing it, him running it. The biggest thing is to try to be productive and get the ball in the end zone. And a lot of it, like I told him, every team's going to approach him a different way. So we have to adjust to how is this team going to play him and what are they going to do? Are they going to try to limit what he can do and make us throw the ball? Are they going to be more soft and say, hey, let's force him to run it? So every team has a different approach.
Coach, Body's been outstanding over the past 3 games. 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Is that any added pressure on him heading into the game against Family?
No, I think he just has to make good decisions. We always focus about making a good decision. Sometimes it's been times when he's thrown a touchdown pass, and I'm like, hey, Body, that was the wrong decision. So I think you're always striving for perfection, and I think the quarterback position, more than anywhere else, consistently good equals great. So he has to go out there consistently making the right decision. And at that point, we have guys in the room that can make plays, and I think he's really trusting those guys to make plays. And I think that's the biggest thing, Jalen Jones and those guys, Ja, Asa Greg, Dylan Jajette, those guys are making plays for him.
Do you feel like the playbook has been opened up fully to its full potential yet? I know you guys are starting, SWAC play, and I just want to know from your standpoint, is there still some things that you guys could kept away, tucked in your pocket?
I think, offensive coordinators, they always have one more play. So I'm sure Coach Barnett has one more play. If I told him, hey, is there anything else? Oh, no, I got some more plays. So now there's always one more play. And I think what happens as the offense starts to evolve, same with defenses, you feel like, what can my team do well? And you start doing more of that, and if they can handle that, then you add more. If they can't, you shrink it down. So right now, I think it's just what can the team handle? If Body and the guys can handle more, then you give them more. If not, you just perfect what you're doing. I think you have to be careful about giving kids too much, and now they're out there thinking about what they're doing instead of out there playing football.
Coach, considering that 2 of the last 3 games have been played away from home, do you believe that experience will be beneficial for you guys headed to a hostile environment on Saturday?
Yeah, I think going to Southern was important. People was like, hey, man, your first 2 games on the road. I was like, yeah, but the first SWAC game is on the road. So I think it was big for us to go down there to Southern and play well, same at UAB. And so I thought that would be a good experience. You was hoping that you would win at least 1 or 2 of them and we were able to win some. So that was the biggest thing. But I think just from us having that mindset of understanding what it takes. But understanding what it takes doesn't make it any easier. It's still going to be a hard place to go down there and get a win. And so we understand the task at hand. So we just look at it as a great opportunity to go down there and get a W.
last time we thought that the DB situation was still, until you said that one guy steps up. Has there been any since Miles or even over the bye week as a guy emerged? Has that guy emerged?
Yeah, it's a couple guys. I think Greg Mango's been playing really good. Kid that's been here a couple years has kept working. Trey Phillips has been very consistent, working hard. So I think those are the main two guys, but we still will have other guys. Drake Johnson's another guy who plays some corner, played well. He was more of a safety guy, but now he's shown that level, that the intensity, the tackling, that's that aspect of it. So as much as it's the covering, a big part of playing that corner position is tackling. And so we kind of judging all of those guys on those things, but it's good for those three guys. And we got a couple more young guys that are still filtering in, but Twilly Lovett is also involved in that. But I think we're moving in the right direction where those guys are playing with more confidence, communicating, and we know it's not going to just be two guys that are going to play 75 plays. So we know, and they know that it's going to take multiple guys to get the job done.
How much do you feel the team has improved from week 1 to now?
Well, I think from us, it's just protecting the football, eliminating the penalties. I think that's the biggest thing that I want to see improvement in. But I think we're moving in the right direction. The kids always break on 1% better. Our motto is win today, so we know each day we have to get a little better. We can get a little better each day, then ultimately we'll get to where we're trying to go.